G'day, I'm Jess Skarratt and welcome to the latest edition of Surfing Australia TV, coming to you from Surfing Australia HQ. Yes, this is where the magic happens, people. We have a huge show planned for you today. Here's a look at what's ahead. In December 2013, more than 200 of our best junior surfers converged on Kiama in southern New South Wales for the Soundwave Australian Junior Surfing Titles. The event was treated to some cracking conditions, with national titles fought out in the under 14, under 16 and under 18 divisions. So much fun was had, and here is our main man, Mr. Dave Gravy Keane.
Gravy here. Oh no. G'day, Gravy here. We're at the Australian Junior Surfing Titles. The drums are flaring. We've got the finals coming your way. Check out the action. Ah!
Super challenging day for you know my son Jagger is probably one of the youngest in the tournament. It's a very challenging. You know, for me, I'm looking out there thinking for him it's like looking at an outside pipe, secondary pipe. So that's a major challenge. You know, the talent is phenomenal. You know, the under 18s, we just saw the semi-finals here, and the talent all the way through. The quarterfinals could have been finals. I think it's one of the hottest crops I've seen for maybe a generation. You know, the finals, they'll really cut loose. I mean, the semi-finals, you're really trying to just get you know, a safe passage into the finals. But I think in the finals, you know, you're going for an Aussie title, perhaps you know, international representative honours, and you know, we'll see some guys and girls really peak performances, I expect.
You know, I was just lucky to get one at the end. I needed like a 4 and I got a 5, and I was really close battle, and yeah, I'm so happy. It's just a dream come true.
so many good kids in it, and I'm just so happy to come away with the win and be ranked first in Australia, I guess. It's just amazing. I'm that happy about it and so stoked.
Well, that's a wrap from the 2013 Soundwave Australian Junior Surf titles on the south coast of New South Wales in Kiama. Thanks to South Wherry for playing host to some amazing waves today. Congratulations to all the winners. My name's Dave Keane. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you this week. We'll see you next time.
Australia's leading sports organisations have made a pledge to tackle youth binge drinking.
Now when you're watching your favourite sports, like football,
swimming,
basketball,
netball
and surfing,
you'll see this logo.
It's all about coming together to have a positive influence on our drinking culture.
We're strong enough to say enough.
And you can be too.
Back your judgment.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Be the influence.
Travelling overseas with your mobile phone can be very expensive. That's why we created Travel Sim, a prepaid international roaming SIM card that works in over 190 countries. With great low rates, no matter where you are or where you're calling, your costs are under control. And with Travel Sim, you can finally use your smartphone for what it was designed for, even overseas. Travel Sim, what you want when you travel. Get yours from participating retailers or online at travelsim.net.au.
Surfing Australia recently premiered its second major doco on female surfing in Australia. The next wave follows 8 of our best elite juniors as they strive to make selection to represent Australia at the World Junior Surfing Championships. We caught up with one of the stars of the show, Sunshine Coast surfer Isabella Nichols.
My name is Isabella Nichols and I'm 15 years old from Coolum Beach. It's just a good atmosphere around Coolum because there's a lot of groms around and we all like surfing, and there's a skate park right out the front of the beach, just really good.
Belle's been in the club for about 5 years now. Belle's always been a standout. She's already got the love of the ocean and the surfing. Between that and the fact she's got a great parent support and fantastic competitive and surfing skills, makes Belle a real full package.
My grand plan was that if I got the kids into surfing, there's an excuse for coming home late. I just spend quality time with the kids. That plan sort of slightly backfired, however, because I didn't expect Isabella to take it on competitively. I tend to spend more time probably in the car driving. However, it's a good plan. I still enjoy it.
When I was 8, I remember my dad pushed me out to my first wave on a longboard at Rainbow Bay, and yeah, I stood up and I remember surfing into the flags and everyone giving me dirty looks, like what was I doing?
Isabella would probably be a soccer player. She was into the soccer before she started surfing and was on a very high level and was going to go for rep soccer, but the surfing took over.
She's sort of bred for sport. Her cardio is great. She's already a good cross-country runner and she competes well in other sports at school.
Yeah, I train at the gym 3 to 4 times a week and change my circuit work every 3 weeks, so yeah, help make me stronger.
Isabella has the luxury of being a very, very, not just talented sports person, but also academically.
Like finishing off school's a great idea because I've always got a backup plan to fall onto if I don't make it.
There's no doubt Isabella is a really good role model for all the younger girls, and especially all the younger girl surfers. She's determined. She really wants to do this. Out of all the things she could do, she wants to be a professional surfer.
My personal philosophy, I guess, would have to be success comes from work, and you can't get success unless you put in the hard yards. And yeah, surf every day. Even if it's choppy, onshore, that's what Coolum usually is, and that's what some comps are held in, so you just got to get used to every conditions. I get a buzz from surfing heats, and like the adrenaline is just really good.
My family, my surfboard, my life.
The Wahoo Surfer Groms Comps are on again this summer with 10 massive events across Australia. For boys and girls from under 8s to 14s, Wahoo's got you covered. But it's so much more than a surf comp with loads of beach games, giveaways and tons of prizes. Events are kicking off in September and are filling fast, so don't miss out. Head to surfingaustralia.com to enter. And for a chance to win an all-expenses trip to the respective boys and girls 3-day Wahoo professional coaching surf camps at the Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre. This summer, colour at Wahoo.
The original Source Intense Surf Challenge is a digital tour that showcases 15 of Australia's best big wave surfers. Check it out. Yeah, big wave surfing is becoming really popular, and with competitions like this, it just showcases and brings it to the public. Yeah, I think it's a really good concept. I was excited to be a part of it because, instead of sitting on footage and waiting maybe to do a clip for once a year, we get to showcase all our best clips and we can update it every month. And yeah, it's just really exciting for the public to be able to vote and keep up to date with the latest stuff. It's a lot different from anything that's ever happened before in Australia. And it's all digital, online, and the public can vote every month on their favourite surfer and obviously check out the latest clips. A lot of the guys in the competition are really good and close friends, and I think the level of surfing and the stuff that you guys are going to see is going to be really high. People can vote and check out all the action on intensesurfchallenge.com.
My family, my dog, my fun, my surf TV.
Surfing Australia is really proud to announce the launch of My Surf TV, the country's very first IPTV digital surfing channel, which delivers high-quality surfing content on any platform, any device, at any time. Think elite surfers, frothing grommies, grassroots heroes and legends of the past. Yes, we have it covered on My Surf TV, and here's a taste of what you can expect.
Hello, Lady D. That's my beautiful girl. Good girl. Need a cup of tea? Need a cuppa? Right, you guys go. Buffet's done. Marvin, come on. I'm Gary Dorrington, 29th of the 1st, 1962. Love the 62.
Yeah, Gazza, me father, Gary Wayne Dorrington.
A lot of surf and a little bit of partying.
Me dad, Gary, he's a bloody legend. He's been through it all, I guess. Having my 3 other brothers there with me, Mitch, Lukey and Natty, yeah, it would have been a bit of a hard time for Dad and putting up with us.
It was hard work bringing up a family too, mainly surfers, and when they were younger, they'd hate me to say this, but they were pretty good rollerbladers.
Dad's had this shop for about 15 years. We had another one just down the road.
Shops to me were second nature. I've been doing it since I was 19.
Forget the feeling, forget the feeling.
With a little bit of luck, there's a few small stores that still remain, and they're generally family based. 800 metres up the road is a fully corporate, massive surf shop, which is still a good thing, but we're at the completely other end of the scale where we're a homegrown family business, and it's not really about the money. A little bit of money's good, going to surf trips and all that sort of business. So I recall when Breno was 9 years old, we'd commenced our trip around Australia. We decided we really wanted to surf in Queensland and live in Queensland. So yeah, we wrapped it up at Phillip Island, relocated to Kirra and Coolangatta.
Moving up here when I was like 10 years old is like the best thing that could have ever happened to us.
Seeing different parts of Australia and then rocking up to the Gold Coast is like white sandy beaches and perfect crystal clear blue waves, I guess, is pretty surreal.
Why not bring all the boys up in warmer weather, and good for me from a shaping point of view, and surfing nucleus being the Gold Coast, yeah, just surf their brains out.
Knock off school at little Coolangatta State School there and just run down to the shop and grab our boards and just head straight out Kirra or Greenmount.
We lucked into just a typical summer of, 2 to 4 foot surf at, Snapper Rainbow Greenie.
Became friends with the Hazards, all the local kids, Vassar, Bearsy, everyone surfed. We just surf every day, flat out.
Yeah, Gary's definitely won with the animals out on the farm.
We stumbled across this property, my wife and I, and we got like 18 horses between us and rescue horses. So we take on horses that we rescue that are going to cop a bullet. So I'm really lucky once again, shaping in a nice serene place, and it gives you time to think real clear and shape real clean. Lots of fresh air, just leave the front doors open. The only downside is I've got a little possum called Curly, a ring-tailed possum, and he lives in the roller door. As you wind it up, he's like free ride at Luna Park. So yeah, you get a few of the animals waltzing in now and again, but it's great. I can recall Natty shaping under the house when we were in Coolangatta, and he'd pick up a planer, and then slowly Breno would muck around and Luke would always have a go. They all had the skills and they all point them in the right direction, but they have to want to do it in their time. And now it's sort of seemingly happening all in the last 2 or 3 years, where Luke's definitely grabbed the bull by the horns and getting enjoyment out of shaping and seeing Randy. He's enjoying shaping, so we talk about lots of similar things. And Nathan's doing some great glassing, tints and free lap tints, and he could do whatever he puts his mind to, because he's got a really good hand skills, but I think he's a great laminator. Really, really good glasser. Natty really enjoys his filming and or, you know, shooting and editing, and you know, Breno really enjoys just being a surfer, and he's trained lots more than he ever has, and he's healthier and fitter, and hopefully getting a little bit of luck coming his way. So all the guys have done well with whatever they've chosen to do, but definitely some great highlights in the surfing moments, and yeah, too many to name just one.
Yeah, when I got into the Quickie trials, I was pretty excited, like growing up here on the Goldie, watching it every single year, going, oh, I want to be in that so bad one day, and then ended up winning it with all the boys on the beach. And
Good on you, Gary. Good on you, Gary. Good on you, Luke and
stick to going to the main event, surf against Parko. Just wish I got the Surf Kira pumping though. Having a beer down at the shop on a Friday arvo, there's nothing better than that.
It's a little bit of a hilarious moment sitting down having beers with your sons, because like you don't think about that when you're like 20 years young, and now you're 30 years older and just going, well, this is just the best, this is grouse, I love it. And with a little bit of luck, my boys take over the store at some stage. Yeah, I just love them insane. And yeah, wouldn't know what it'd be like to be without them.
Coming into 2013, it was really weird because I was just kind of coming off the back of a year of just kind of letting myself go, kind of just being young and partying, and yeah, just living the life of like a young adult, really. I thought to myself, what if I give 110% and see what results come out of it? It shows, like it shows in anything you do really. If you actually commit to it, you'll progress, you'll get better. I started the year off with a couple of interesting sort of results. Like I got a second in China at the very start, and then a quarters here in a QS at Burleigh Heads, and then I had a few losses, like a few first round clowns, and just I kind of thought, well, there's got to be a way that I can be consistent and start progressing through these heats. I think it was a confidence thing. I went to Japan kind of going, hey, look, I'm going to set a goal of winning this event. That was the goal, and I went to Japan and I won the event. And I was like, well, there you go. So from there, I just kind of set these goals that I felt were realistic and achievable. Not goals like, hey, I'm going to go and win every single event. When I went to South Africa after, the goal was to make round of 24. The goal was to make, you know, 2,400 points or whatever. And sure enough, when I achieved that, everything was a bonus from there, and then I ended up getting 3rd place. After those 2 results, I kind of had to reevaluate my year. I was like, okay, so I just got a serious result. Like, that could potentially be a counter for me to make the World Tour this year. And this is the first time where I've actually been on the QS and I've been inside the bubble for the majority of the year, and it's just been it's been fun. Like, it's been really fun, and I've actually could possibly be running out the keyhole at Snapper with a rashie on next year. So to be able to, in my lifetime, say to other people and say, hey, yeah, I made the World Tour and I get to compete on the highest level of surfing in my lifetime is enough for me. So I'm just proud of myself that I got to achieve that in my lifetime, to compete against like Kelly Slater. Like, I'm just stoked that I got to represent my country next year and have another Australian on the World Tour. I'm going to take it as it comes, but I'm going to test myself and see if I can achieve these little goals and match it with the best in the world. And I mean, my expectations obviously aren't to go out and win a world title first year. I'm just setting realistic goals for me, and just that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to see how it goes.
For your daily surfing fix, all you have to do, jump onto mysurf.tv.
Say hello to the majestic beaches of Cronulla. As you can see, they're ideal for surfing, swimming, or just taking a good old-fashioned stroll. They're so majestic, in fact, that it made ex-pro surfer Mr. John Shamuka move here all the way from the tiny island of Hawaii.
Look, I've been around the world many times. I've surfed some of the best waves in the world, and here in Cronulla, we've got world-class waves, not just here in the Shire, but in the surrounding areas around here as well. Have a look, you know, pristine beaches, all the way from Cornell up north, all the way down into the national park. We've got some of the best waves and beaches in the world. So if you're ever around these parts, you gotta come visit one of these world-class locations.
And for the inexperienced swimmer or slash surfer, what would you recommend?
Doesn't matter where you come from.
Yeah?
If you want to learn how to surf and you come into Australia, come and visit us in the Sutherland Shire right here in Cronulla. I love it here. I'm staying here. This is my home for life.
I'm convinced.
You convinced?
I'm sold.
I want to be the best I can be, and there's no better high than pushing myself and my surfing. For me, surfing is everything. I can't imagine not having surfing with me for the rest of my life.
Don't let drugs destroy your future.
Every weekend, over 70 young Australians end up in hospital because of alcohol-related violence.
I choose not to be one of these statistics, and I don't want my family or friends to be either. The partnership with Be The Influence, tackling binge drinking,
means that young people can now be a part of surfing without being bombarded with booze images. A lot of people don't realise they're binge drinking.
if you drink a lot in a short space of time,
trying to get drunk, you're binge drinking. Peer group pressure can be tough, but only you know what's best for your body.
good friends don't pressure you into something you don't want to. So go out with friends who think like you. And by doing so, we can start to change the drinking culture in our country. Be the influence and help us tackle binge drinking in Australia.
Well, that's all we have time for on today's show, coming to you from Surfing Australia's headquarters. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been awesome to have your company. I'm Jess Skarratt, and don't forget, if you want more information on anything that you have seen today, just hit us up on our website and make sure you follow us and give us a bit of love on social media. I'll see you next time.